windshield wipers on, trying to get this frost off my windshield. I actually can see now, so it's stopped. I'm gonna turn some heat towards me because I'm a little chilly. Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I was walking down the stairs and I was connected to my Wi-Fi. Disconnected. Ooh. But the truth hurts. I mean, we don't like to really speak on it because it's like a dark thing to think about. We're like, oh, everything's peace, love, and light, and it's all light on this spiritual journey. No. When you realize like what the spiritual journey really is, what it really means to be on the spiritual journey, like people do it because, oh, it's cute to wear the ankh and the head wrap, and oh, I remember when I was doing that. I did that back in high school. I mean, no, I did that back in college, my first year in college. I was on the journey, but I wasn't aware how deep I was actually in the journey. Like I was learning the lessons and the knowledge. It didn't hit me until 2 years ago. Where I was going, what I was doing, what it all meant. And a lot of people don't want to face the reality of it. All meant. And a lot of people don't want to face the reality of it. Cause if you're in my reality, then that means we're on some kind of similar frequency. Now don't get me wrong, at one point in time I wasn't awake, I wasn't aware, and I was around plenty of people who were awake and aware. But when you're not awake and aware, people try to keep you out of the knowing so that they can abuse you, pretty much use you to and your purity and your unknowingness, because when you're aware, you can't be in your unknowingness, because when you're aware, you can't be unaware. You can pretend all you want to that you're not aware, but you can't not be aware once you know. Like Janae Aiko said in her song, "Wish I could go back, I could go back to nothing." What's the? It wasn't delirium. It was another word. But everyone says it. That's what I feel like. That's why everybody gets into the music business. Because like once you come to the truth of something, you got to express it somehow, and the next thing you know, you just want to sing. And that's even what I'm going through, like in the spiritual, in the Sacred Woman book. They said if you fast on speaking for like 7 days, on the fourth day you're gonna want to just explode with just singing, because you can't hold that much information in. Once you process that much, it's like putting water into something like a glove or something. It's gonna burst. So most people, they just burst mentally and they go into a situation where they feel like they're going crazy, or they go to a psych ward. I have managed to make it out of this. I'm not going to a psych ward. I'm not doing that. People around me have gone, and I didn't understand why they were going until I understood why they were going. So now in my awareness of all of this, I'm like, oh, life is but a dream. So again, these are things that are consistently impressed and imprinted into our reality. I don't understand the whole entire concept of people acting like it's not in our faces, that the truth hurts and life is but a dream. And this is all just something that we're doing just to do it. Like the concept of working a job is ridiculous when we've been slaves for 400 years. You should just do something because you genuinely like to do it. No one should have to pay you a piece of paper to make you do a thing. If you genuinely love doing something, you would just do it every single day, no matter what. And there would be no question. That's why I've always been one, when I know the truth, I don't want nobody to tell me I'm a liar. I ain't lying about nothing. Look, anytime I ever cheated on anybody, yeah, I did it. This how we did it. This how much we did it. I've never been the one to let you find out from the streets first. Yeah, we single and we separated, and you made it clear that you was messing with other people, and we clearly see that the line was blurred before we lost touch. Then that's a whole nother situation. But I've never been one to be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing with cuz. And you could ask any dude that I've talked to. You can interview any of them. But that's just a whole nother topic. To get back on the main topic about the truth in the real world, that's why it's so impressed upon me to speak the truth about the real world. It's because this has just been something that I've done my whole life. I was that kid where, go to your mother. Like, I'd be, what are you doing hugging on my mom? Like, at the age of 4 and 3, like, go to your mother in daycare. Like, what are you doing touching my mom? What are you doing over here on my, no, why are you, what are you doing? I was always a blunt, outspoken person. Now, of course, now that I could feel the energy of the world because I don't have my barrier of fleshly matter, and keeping me so secure in my space, and because I know who I am, but you can still feel the wave. And everybody who is quote unquote chosen a leader, they're going to tell you that they're the strongest person. I'm not going to be a leader to tell you that I'm strong as steel. I'm a leader who needs support just like anybody else. I've been doing things by myself for so long that if I have to, I will do it. But we all need support. Everyone needs support. Everyone needs love. Everybody needs attention because of the way that the truth is. The truth is what the truth is. We require a certain kind of energy flow in order to sustain here, right? But I feel like if we understand that our energy currency is really the current in the sea, currency. Wake the fuck up, guys. I'm sorry. But if we understand our energy is currency, or currently the sea that we live in is our energy, then why don't we shift our energy towards something that is more beneficial to everybody? Or is everybody just really too, like, y'all just so stuck in y'all ego? Oh, I got this car, I got this house, so I can make this kind of person feel like they nothing because I got something that they don't have. That's really something that's impressed upon our mental coding so badly that we just can't. Well, the Egyptians had slaves too. Yeah, and Moses said, let my people go. And then when they didn't, he had to part the Red Sea. My lace is looking a little crazy right now. Because the truth hurts, right? Because I literally just threw this wig on this morning to go to the grocery store. But I'm just a person where I can't find myself avoiding the truth. I know, and it hurts even sometimes. Like when you up here on the stage and you know that there's people watching you in the spiritual realm, it's people watching you physically. You could even see people, like, I'm looking around, I can see people looking at me. The people who are aware of the energy, they looking at me like, oh shit. Like, it's when you have the awareness of, like, just knowing. something in my heart won't let me just not tell my truth. Something in my heart won't just let me continue to walk like this, because when I was young, I was getting taken advantage of. And people be getting taken advantage of. You're not going to sit here and come into my energy bubble and make me feel uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong. We could feel the shots. We could feel the missiles. We could feel the third eye energy. We could feel it all. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, truth is, whether you want to believe it or not, because of wherever your consciousness level is on this spectrum, you haven't felt the things that someone who is spiritually ascending feels. So you can't sit here and you can't reason with a person because you're not willing to let go of your fleshly desires to really look into what's going on spiritually. Because that's what the spiritual journey is about. It's becoming a spirit. It's about evolving from your flesh body to a more spirit body. But you're still going to have the moment in between where it's like, I'm here, but my spirit is speaking to me louder than my flesh is. Because I see a cute little boy over here, my coochie don't start throbbing as much as it used to. You know, I used to see a cute boy, be like, ooh, that's energy, that's connection, right? It don't happen like that as much. It'd be like, okay, he cute, but like, where his mind at? And how do he think? That's what I find attractive. How can he, what can we do together? What can we build together so that, however long we decide to keep this energy bouncing back and forth between us, we can sustain. It used to be cute being like, ooh, he making me, oh my God. Oh, she's saying yes. Okay. When you get to a certain point in your spiritual journey, you're like, I want to build with people on a mind level. Don't get me wrong. I still, because you have to go through the heart first to get to the mind. And I feel like I've cleared my heart space. I've connected with people and made, but you got to invest your love, your heart into spaces and places that will receive you. A lot of the times you're looking to place yourself there and people are like, no, I need to see you go all the way out for me. And it's like, what? But again, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Mother Nature's like, I need to see y'all go all out for me before I shine the sun on you. I don't think she said I need to see y'all go all out for me before I give y'all a nice breeze or wave. Right? Women, for the most part, for men, have not been like, I need you to go all out for me before I do anything. Nowadays. I can't say what happened back in the day. But women are starting to pick up their morals because they're getting into their spiritual awareness. And it's like, oh, hold on. You can vibe with anybody on the street. You could be at the club vibing with anybody. So what you gonna do for me that's special besides this little vibing thing? Because I could do this with somebody who live in a whole nother country. That ain't cute. That ain't special. You can do your little wizard whip. Whoop, you whoop, whoop. You could do that, but okay. I could do that with anybody. Aside from that feeling, what can we build together? So the truth really hurts when you become chosen, you become aware spiritually. So again, if you want to be a witch, a wizard, warlock, you on a dark side, you on a light side, either way, the energy still flow. Now it's like we do it for the better or for the worse. People on the dark side, I believe they harvest and they, pull in. Whereas on the light side, it's more like, if you choose me, cool, we can bump, and that's cool. Like, it's cool. Like, the love can like run freely if you like it here, type deal. Versus on the dark side, it's like, oh yeah, she open, suck her ass in, or his ass, because it can go both ways. So I get that aspect of things and I respect it. But again, the truth hurts. It's people out here who are harvesting you, which again, I believe is the society, our workplaces, the matrix. You come into the grocery store, they expecting you to spread it wide and thin. As soon as you leave out, you trying to figure out why you so cold. It ain't because the grocery store is cold. It's because everybody up in your energy. It's like a requirement. Before you come through this threshold, open that thing up and bless everybody up in here that's got to go ahead and work here. And it's like, can't y'all just be blessing each other and bounce your energy back and forth? No, because we y'all got to give our energy to the people who own this place. And then they got to give their energy to the people. And it's like, it's just a trickle down effect of the energy going up to people who ain't got to do shit but sit down all day and be in their houses all day and just look at bank statements. Meanwhile, they got people out here on the field, the plantation, running around, running amok for them. So I don't really care about somebody trying to tell me I'm lazy for realizing what's real, what's true. Well, if you want to start a business, isn't it the same thing? No, because I don't want to do it for profit. I want people to be out here doing what they love to do and then just loving to do it so that we won't have to be working for profit. It's like, I'm just doing this because I really fucking like to do this shit every day. I really like these people out here doing the landscaping. I really like landscaping. So I just want to landscape. You're not going to tell me if you landscape for my company, you only going to make $15 an hour, or you only going to make $35 an hour, or if you work over here, you make $40 an hour. Because then those businesses are now in competition, and it's causing all kinds of unnecessariness. It's like a stress that's unnecessary. If you really like to do that job, you should just do it. And this is the argument I had with someone who was a stripper once. And that made me go to the strip club. I was like, if you really like stripping, then you wouldn't need to drink or smoke in order to strip. No, you gotta understand, you gotta get into the vibe to be there. I said, look, I'm about to go and not drink and not smoke, and I'm gonna be there. Period. I went there. Them men was giving me money just because. They were like, you don't belong here, honey. Here, just take this money. Just take this. You don't belong here. Not because I couldn't dance, but just they knew that my energy didn't belong in that realm. And that's what you'll understand about your energy. It don't belong in certain realms. But the realms all exist here on Earth because this is a multiverse. We learn about the multiverse on the internet, but we're really living in. You get it? It's all here. I live off the grid, on the grid, the web, digital things are built with grid. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Well, then maybe you need to go to Nirvana and go to heaven and just, just go and let us keep on doing this thing because we like it down here. You telling me you like to compete with people and make people feel like shit because you got more money than them, then you gonna keep on reincarnating in this damn cycle. You're never gonna get the chance to go all the way up because you have to truly purify yourself and be like, you know what? Life is but a dream, and really everybody should be living free in order to get to that level because it's a certain frequency that you must be on. You can't die in the frequency of ego and competition and think that you're going to make it to the place where there's no ego and competition. That's why I'm here to tell the truth and get people to really lay down and just really understand, like, yo, hold up, what are we doing this for? Because the age of Aquarius is, hold on, if we're all on a similar frequency and we can all see each other, that means you going through the same stuff I'm going through. You recognize some of the things that I recognize. Maybe you haven't awoken to it yet, but you're in the spaces of it. Again, there was a point in time just 2 years ago where I wasn't awakened. I was on my spiritual journey. I was going getting the tattoos, and then I realized all my tattoos had spiritual meanings to me, and I didn't even realize it. Like, your spirit be actively putting you on a journey, even when you aren't aware of the journey, you're on the journey. Even when you're not consciously making the steps, your spirit is still pulling you where you got to. This tattoo on my thigh, 3 lotus flowers. Bodhisattvas and Buddhas sit on lotus flowers in Buddhism. These are people who sit and meditate because they chose either to come back to Earth to teach people before they transition, or as a Buddha, they transition because they reached a Buddha state where it's complete peace. So I happened to get 3 lotus flowers on my hip when it was this tattoo special going on, and they were like, "Yeah, you can get whatever you want." And the tattoo special I saw was like those SpongeBob flowers, the little ones with a little stick in the middle, like the hibiscus flowers, or something they look like. And someone said, "I don't want that one. I want those." Something in me, it was above me. So when I went on my spiritual journey, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sitting on lotus flowers already. It makes so much sense. Oh my God." Wah, 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 wah. I got a freaking butterfly tattoo right where I got surgery on my hip at to get my fallopian tube removed. It's time to become a butterfly. It's time to transition. I got a black rose on the other side on the other scar. R.I.P. to my, my lost ectopic pregnancy. But it's like the tattoos all speak a whole entire story. They speak a story that I didn't even realize that I was in. I have dreams about the future. Every single dream I've had, I've seen come to pass. Every single one. So how am I cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Maybe, well, if you just go ahead and transition, then your dreams won't happen. Yeah, but I guess that's the same thing that Martin Luther King happened. I have a dream that one day we all gonna be walking around together. He passed away and it still happened, didn't it? So how about you let the person lead you before we get to that point, so we don't have to get to that point? Because I wouldn't want to see us get to that point. That's not what I want to see. And even the politicians are now reporting about it on the fucking news. There's people at the UN. Everything will burn. Everything. That's why we're building underground bunkers. It will all burn. So when they say it on the news, they not crazy. But if I say it here on my platform and speak my truth, I'm crazy. Okay. We'll take accountability for everything you did. I took accountability for every single thing I've done. For having unprotected sex, premarital sex, doing all these sinful things. I've taken my accountability. You can look on all my posts on my Instagrams, lives, watch the whole thing. I tell my whole story so many times. I've taken full accountability. I'm the most transparent person, and that's probably why people they look at me because I know how the world works. So people just point their fingers and be looking at me, and I'm looking at them like, okay, so what if it was your laundry outside to dry? Well, I ain't gonna tell my shit all over the internet. Don't be a scary ass out. Now, that's for man or woman. Sorry for my lack of clean language, but don't be scary and not tell your truth. Because everybody's on a spiritual journey, whether you believe it or not. You're going to get home when you're supposed to, whether you believe it or not. No matter how much we try to avoid it, run away from it, can't believe it. And we still see ourselves aging and getting older and growing and hair growing and everything. But it's like, when you get to that point of just realizing, like, life is but a dream. So the day I stop having dreams is the day I stop living life. Oh, I haven't stopped having dreams yet. So can't nobody tell me that it's my time to come to it. It's time for you to go, sis. It's time for you to roll out, bro. Like, see, it's only when I talk about my past do I ever see black crows. When I don't talk about my past, can't spot one. Because my past is my past. And we've all come from past lives. Like a rose, every single season, like a tree. We shed our leaves, we shed our petals, we stay in our same place strong. The roots grow deeper, we get stronger, we grow taller. And there's more knowledge. So if we all have this connected knowledge and telepathy where we can hear each other's thoughts, why haven't we decided to be like, you know what? Why do we work for money? You don't want to go through the process of life. It's a journey. What if my journey was to stop people from having to go through such a tumultuous journey so we could just all ascend, so we could stop having to go through the journey of what the fuck is this? What if peace? Then again, I don't know. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe we go up and we become energy and we like, dang, I'm bored. Let's go fuck some hoes. And then we go through the journey all over again. I don't know. See, when I went to Heaven's Gates, I saw a big old white mansion and I saw all the different portals I could jump through. And they was like, all you gotta do is clean this dog shit off of this crystal and you could take it to wherever you want to go. And I was like, I'm not ready yet. He said, you sure? I'm not ready yet. But I feel like I'm in that spot right now. But the thing is, you die by yourself, you live by yourself. Because even when you're alive, you're still living by yourself. See, I'm looking at these big crows, but then I'm looking at the little birds that are coming around them. And it's like a big community of like, there can be multiple different types of species in one environment, and they can live cohesively. So black crows are thought to be negative, dark, whatever. Well, I don't know why they're all this stuff. So I can fly away, and the little birds are like coming in, looking more light. Because we're talking more light. We're talking about the children. We're talking about and it's like, it's crazy how when you speak things, you see reality reflecting what you're talking right in front of you. Darkness and lightness can coexist because you can't have one without the other, right? And this is when they all fly away. That's the message. But that's the truth, and it hurts. You can have both. Jesus in heaven. And a lot of us ain't ready to go. If heaven was a mile away, When I pack up my bags and leave this world tonight, I'll save it all for you. But then that makes me question, right? What happens when the black sheep from the family wants to break a generational curse and they're not supported? Or maybe it's just another mental box we build for ourselves to give us a concept of life to live, right? Maybe we made up these things just to give us a reason to even. Because even when you look at cells under a microscope, if I'm not mistaken, like, don't they like hum and vibrate together? They just kind of do their thing. Get comfortable, open up, get in touch, connect to everything around it, and just, ooh. Look, there go the white bird flying up in high in the sky now. Yep. You know, all the blackbirds are clearing out. And that's how you work your light. Even in the shadows, or the valley of shadows of darkness and death, you got to hold strong. People will see you sharing that light and sharing that truth and that knowledge, and they'll try to do everything in their power. You didn't take accountability for what you did. What, when I held my breath too long? Well, there's people who literally are scuba divers who hold their breath and hold world records. There's literally a man who scuba dives and he's Aquaman stunt double. He's Aquaman stunt double. So you can't sit here and tell me that because I know how to hold my breath longer than the average person that I'm a dead man walking. They will literally allow you to convince yourself that you are fucking dead in this world, but we all still here. Ouch, this still hurts. It just bothers me when I see the kids starting to complain from the feelings and the sensations that we feel. Ooh, my skin feel hot. Ooh, my head don't feel good. Because we all on different frequencies. Because even still, the frequencies change. Based on what you eat every day, what you think about every day, everyone's on a different frequency. It's just like a radio station. 92.3 can't play at the same time as 95.5 on the same radio station. So you got to choose which frequency is going to be percolating in your household. And that's why it's important to have structured families. It's important to have a man and a woman in a house. If you're a father and you're not in your child's life, you need to go ahead and burn in hell. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, not in actual hell. I wish nothing on anybody negative, but like, knowing what that can do to a family dynamic by not being present by choice, not by force, is crazy. Being a woman and not being present in your family's household, crazy. And I've had my moments where I was like, I had a kid at 18. I need to go ahead and stretch my legs a little bit. But I also was around somebody who was stretching their legs a little bit. So, you know, we were both young. So it took time, both of us. We take accountability for all of our actions. That's why we have a beautiful 11-year-old now. But now he's starting to get aware to the world because he's in my house and I'm aware. So, you know, the frequency can't help but hit everything around you. When you wake up everybody and everything around you. Oh, look at this raven. Hi, raven. You have no choice but to wake up everyone around you. So him being in that awareness, but still he want to eat sugar, bread, everything fatty, candy. Meanwhile, I'm like, I want to clean up my diet, vibrate higher, because it's easier to attract what you want when you're on a certain light frequency. Because people are like, I like being around that frequency. It's light. It's like airy. Like I can bang with that. I like your vibe. I like your energy. Are you always like this? Yes. Yes. Even when I get sad sometimes, I still bounce back and I'm like this. So, yeah. But the thing is, like, I catch myself as a person who can tune into any frequency, like a radio. I could tune into this group's frequency and be like, oh, that's how they feel. But then tap into someone else's frequency, like, oh, that's how you feel. Damn. Like I can be on any frequency and survive. And that's not common. A lot of people, they need to sustain in one frequency or else they go completely, like, their body tense up everywhere. Like I feel the like I feel the tension, and then I like can, okay, all right. And then I can feel this tension, all right, okay. Like I know how to do that. But then still come back to self and be like, okay, this is my energy. This is my body. This is what I'm emitting into the universe. Okay. And it takes practice to be able to do that because, again, awareness. But it comes with the fasting, the eating differently, cleaning up your diet. So I might sound contradictory in this whole entire spiel, but the truth hurts. Whether you're a starseed, a chosen one, a witch, warlock, god, goddess, everybody here with the same ability to vibrate that thing down there, come from the heart space and come from the head space. Most people, once they get further along in their spiritual journey, it's because it's about going up. You come to the head space and you be like, dang, I should have started meeting people here and then working my way back downtown. I should never have been able to give people access down here and then came up. But it takes you climbing the tree to realize how important it is to look at the leaves and how far they fall away from the tree and what kind of leaves they are and whether they're poisonous or not, whether or not you want to take the seed from that tree and replant it. But it takes you climbing the tree to find that all out. Or sitting down on the ground, waiting around, watching everybody else, and then just picking up the seed and planting it, and then watching the tree grow and be like, dang, this is not the kind of fruit that I wanted. But you got to take the elbow with it and just, keep pushing on. You can't let that one bad harvest turn out to be bad because, you might need that tree for something else one day. You might put a tree house in that tree. That tree might be worth something one day. You never know. So I hope this message helps anybody where it comes to like understanding the truth about life, where it's like life is but a dream, it's what you make it. But sometimes we gotta also take accountability for the trees that we planted, even though they're not the fruit that we wanted, we can still make them valuable in our life. We still see the value in that tree and how beautiful it is and how it grows. Because it's like 5 different kinds of trees around me growing, but they all have their unique beauty, and that's how we all are as humans. So it's not about, oh, them witches over there, because you might want to study what they know as a person who's living in light, because you can live in light all day, but if you living in light and you get around the wrong people and they siphon in your energy and your light, of course, because light bears, people want that kind of energy, but at that point you're like, I just tried to siphon my energy. I call all my energy back to me with divine care, cleansed and replenished and renewed. I call all my energy back to me. I call my energy back to my brain, to my heart, to my uterus, to my organs, all to my shoulders. I call all my energy back to me. Anything that belongs to me, I call it back to me with divine love, divine care. And you call it back to you. You don't look at somebody and literally be like, I'm putting a black tether cord in you and I'm putting it in your heart and I'm hooking it in there and I'm sucking it out of you. No, you say, I call back what belongs to me. That's the light version. See, you can do the same thing, but it's a way to do its intention. I call what belongs to me back to me with divine care, cleansed, renewed, and replenishing for everything for the greater good of me and everyone else around me. And you call back your energy and you keep it pushing. But the knowledge of you can pull it back, you, you know. So the dark people might use their black tentacles and they hook you in there and they sucking you and they got a tether cord and an etheric cord attached to you for however long they want and they pumping it, taking your juice out as long as you don't know. But that's why it's important to get on a spiritual journey so you know these things and you understand, oh, why do I feel so drained when I leave this place? Or what kind of people are these? How are they working? What's their intention? Why would these people want to siphon my energy? Okay. I had someone, like, I went to an event out. I don't even like talking about this, but I went out to an event in Miami, right? Now, my intention when I went there was to support my friend. So I thought. When I got there, I'm like, something feel creaky in my bones, like something ain't right. And I start feeling like more and more drained every day. I start looking at my eyes. I start having like heavier bags every day. I start looking at her in the face. I start looking at people in their faces like, what do y'all really look like aside from like the surface level beauty? And I'm like, because I ain't been one to just look at people's spirits. I see what you doing in the spirit realm. If I'm around you, I can see you having a conversation about me in the spiritual realm, and I will fly right in that bitch and be like, so what we talk about? And everybody usually in my dreams get quiet and they stop talking because they was talking about some shit that they wanted to do to me in my dream. But when I get there to hear what they talk about in the spirit realm, they all shut up. So when I go back to the 3D realm, I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking around with y'all. I'm not fucking around with y'all. You can say what you want to my face, but I'm not fucking around with y'all because I saw what y'all's intention was in the spirit realm. That's why you can't play with people who have spiritual gifts, right? So call me light, call me dark, but I'm able to dream, go somewhere, see what you're saying, catch you in the act of saying it, see everybody get quiet, whoop. And then when I get back to the 3D realm, I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing with y'all. Yeah. So call me a dark witch. I don't know what you want to call me, but I feel like that's a gift from God. Here's discernment in your dreams to know who is on your team, who's setting you up, who loves you, who wants to pour into you. Seeing them in the dream world, how they treat you, and then see how they treat you in the 3D world. It usually lines up. So call it what you want, but so again, they see here I'm talking about this dark moment, past life situation. And I feel like that's why like again the leaves fall off, the seeds fall off, replant, create new trees, and the new leaves grow back. And these new leaves that I have now with knowledge are giving me the knowledge of like, just because somebody say they're my friend, don't mean they're my friend. And just because they look good on the internet and what they doing as a wave and all of that stuff, I gotta pay attention for my safety. I can't tell everybody else to not feel safe in that energy because that might be what they into. And it's not saying that what they doing is wrong. It's just not what I'm into. You're not gonna pull my whole entire energy out of my body in front of me. Make the top of my head feel like it's on fire. And then think that I'm like, oh yeah, let me call all my energy back because I don't agree with this. I don't like this. I'm not agreeing to this. I've been feeling like somebody been pulling on me all day, but I don't agree to this. I don't agree to this. This don't feel good. This don't feel right. I don't like it. I don't know what this is. I don't like it. And you think God, if you genuinely did not know what was going on, you like, I'm suspicious, but I don't know. He's not going to say, okay, I got you, child. Don't worry. Keep pushing on. Otherwise, if that was the case, then my plane should have crashed when I got back home. But it didn't because God was like, you're good. You see the world for what it is. And I need you to speak on this truth so everybody else is aware. So that they don't fall into the, the grasps of people who just want to essentially suck the life out of them. It's a different energy you'll feel. All that heaviness on the shoulders and making you feel small and shrinking you, immense, horrible headaches, that's not good. It's not good for you, especially when you get spiritually aware. Look at all these crows flying now. They saying, we up high, we watching you. What you gonna say? I'm not speaking on nobody's names because I don't want to put nobody out there like that. But I went to this event and that happened. And I see like, and they start sending me text messages trying to like confuse my mind to make me like get into a fear frequency. It's like, my frequency is strong. My spirit's strong. You're not going to play me. You just try to play with me and get me set up. And then you sending me these text messages to try to make me feel like I'm crazy. To throw me off to get what y'all want, essentially. You're not, no, no, no. It don't work like that. And the truth hurts. People will do stuff. People will do stuff like that to you. Try to convince you that you're crazy. Try to convince you that something is. And me as a chosen one, as a leader, yeah, I'm going to speak on stuff that actually happened to me. Because even people who are chosen leaders by my, look, these are my spirit guide numbers. This is my life path number of 1, to be a leader. To lead y'all in the way of truth. I have to be transparent as hell with y'all for y'all to know what's going on. Be aware. You can invest wherever you want to go, though. That's the thing. If you say, I want to be with these people for the rest of my life, for all of eternity, when I pass away, my spirit belongs to these people, I suppose you can do that. But if you know ding dong diggity well that you at an event and you just there to enjoy the event, and you see these people in your dreams, but you like, yeah, that's nice, okay. I just would like to do that with you on a 3D plan. I kind of don't really want to. I kind of still need to find my spouse and everything so that I'm good, you know. When I go to the spiritual realm, I actually have my nice little husband, my kids. Because you're given time to, this is your life. Life is but your dream. Don't let somebody put you in a box and in their stuff and you like, oh, I'm stuck. Like, that's your mind. Change your mind. You're neurodivergent. You can grow different neural pathways and formulate your brain in a different way where you're not feeling like that. You can work for a corporation. Understand, you giving your energy to that corporation for them to give their energy to somewhere else. It's a trickle-down effect. But I feel it wouldn't feel like that if we literally just did what we like to do for the love of it versus for the money in it. We wouldn't feel the need to harvest and pull from people and snatch from people. It would just be like, oh, for the love of existence. For the love of you having this, for the love of you having that, for the love of you being free, for the love of you doing this. For the love of it. But also be safe. Always put yourself back in your bubble. Because I'm open right now because I want to express this truth to people, but I just put my bubble around me because I start feeling like there's a pull on me. Be aware. Be mindful. And get good connections that feed you and feed your mind. Okay? Alright, I'll give y'all 41 minutes. I appreciate y'all for staying tuned with me, paying attention. I'm going to tell my truth. Maybe from other people's perspective, I'm not telling the full truth. No, that's not what happened. You did this. No, that's not what happened. From my perspective, I feel like this is what happened. And then I woke up, and then God was like, okay, keep moving. Tell the truth. See, some people will wake up from a near-death experience, and they be like, I don't want to tell nobody else about this. I'm ashamed of this. I'm scared. If they find out about this, then I'm going, no, you need to tell your truth so that people understand, oh shit, it's possible to be after being. Yes. And that's when you're supposed to take that life and live right. Give reason, let God know, okay, I gave you this second chance and it was for the right reasons. You're pushing people towards a more peaceful life so that eventually heaven can be on earth. You got this second chance at life to uplift people. You didn't get this second chance at life to like, yeah, I'm the baddest motherfucker on the block. I wish a motherfucker would try to come for me, nigga. I'm bulletproof. I'm immortal, bitch. No. God blessed me with a second chance around to let y'all know, be careful, be mindful. You do get the chance to live a second life if you do make a mistake and you do accidentally come to a near-death experience. It's okay. Just as long as you're living in peace, love, and light, you'll be blessed. You be selfish with your energy. You kind of try to snatch from everybody. That's the kind of world we in. It's not. It's really not. It's really not. It's only like that because we force ourselves to believe this. It's really not like that. Like how this man was just sitting here in my energy all this time. And now that I just got up and I redirected my energy, he's now having to open his door and let the cool air in. I have good energy. People want my energy. You're not going to convince me that me being able to have these prophecies is demonic or dark when I can see how much people want to attach to my energy. How much people like my energy. It's like a smoothie from freaking Jamba Juice. But am I ever going to get that love back from that person? Maybe not. Maybe the universe will be like, let me go ahead and bless you with a favor. You selflessly were giving and pouring yourself out into the universe around you so that someone else could sustain life. When you live like that, I feel like you get more peace because that's the investment, because the energy is the currency. It's not really the money. We have a current in our body. The currency is the currency. Shout out to Tony Jones for that one. You are currency. Your current is what's moving this sea of energy around that we live in. So use it wisely. Invest it wisely. I invest mine to tell y'all the truth. Well, we already know the truth, so what now? Change your mind so we can live a different truth. Program your mind to believe that we can live here without this ego-driven. It's not ego. Okay, so then why are you rubbing your money in my face? Because I work hard for it. Why did you have to work hard? Because my ancestors and everybody before me, and I do this for them. No, they were slaves. They didn't want to be here. They actually, like most of them used to live comfortably in their country, just, tending to the land, washing dishes, playing with their kids outside, being nomads, building houses out of stucco and mold. And I said mold, molding stucco and mud and things. Like that's what our ancestors were doing. And then they got raped, stolen, killed, slaughtered, brought over here, being butchered, and it's Black History Month. So I really want to like put my foot down about that. Like, and it's not for anybody who's not Black to not be able to take part in this conversation and feel like it can empower you as well, because you aren't your ancestors. You are you. You have the chance to invest into communities that are disenfranchised with your business. Hire people and give them the opportunity to uplift the community. If you own an LLC, if you own a business, if you own a nonprofit, if you own anything, you have the ability to encourage people from all walks of life and bring them into your community, your establishment, and give them a better life, but still be in the forward motion of knowing that, like, I think it's a decision of the people. When you realize I'm chasing this number instead of chasing being happy, chasing the frequency of joy, that's when it becomes a moment of depression or self unacceptance. Because I can, as an entrepreneur, I say I want this number, and it came. I want to make $1,000 a week. I gave it energy. I meditated on it. Thought about all my clients as I did it. I want $1,000 a week, and it came. And it came. So call it what you want, but we all manifest in our existences. But a lot of times, a person like me who sees the world for what it is and how it should be, much like the people who got locked up for telling the truth, we just see the world as being a freaking, like, why? I have a place to stay, I have a car, I have these things, but like, what do we do this for if we gotta give it all back? Even people who live that life in showboat, I've heard them even say, we do all this shit just to give it right back. So it's like, then why do we do all of this shit? We should just do what's right and just love on each other. You need some money? I got a bunch of it sitting right here. Here, take it. Make your mark in the world. But then I guess it's like, well, if you don't live the journey of the struggle, then you shorten your lifespan because you reach joy too quick, and then we don't get to experience you. But there's millionaires that's 20-something years old. They not on the verge of dying because they reached happiness. Maybe it's because if that person was truthfully funded the way that they should be, the person who speaks truth and knowledge, the world would change completely. And that would put other people who live and thrive off that ego-driven lifestyle, they would start to feel depressed. Because it's like, well, I got all this money for what? It doesn't even matter. I gave my life away to this business for what? They don't even pay money anymore. What do I do now? I don't even know what I like to do. And you get to that point in life, and it's like, I don't even know what I like anymore. What did I do this all for? The midlife crisis moment that most humans have. What is it all for? I love my kids. I love my wife. I love my house. But I'm not happy doing this because, like, I have everything I need, but something's missing. your passion. You lost passion for what you truthfully wanted because you chased the image and you chased the number. You didn't chase what you truthfully wanted. And the truth hurts. And I have to accept my truth sometimes too. I wanted a bunch of kids, but I kept allowing people around me to tell me, you can't afford that right now. We can't help you out. You're not bringing that in my house. You're not doing that over here. Trying to avoid, I guess that was them fixing generational curses so that I didn't make the same move as them. But in that same space, when you see that someone hasn't made the mistake, it's like, okay, so now let me go ahead and reward you, which I did get a bit of that. But it's like, okay, so now, oops, I slipped a little bit. I slipped. Shit. I need a little bit of help. You're not going to pull the person back up? You see me make it through all these trials and tribulations as a weak person with no knowledge of self. Now that I have knowledge of self, you think I couldn't? Oh, it's because if I get up, it would destroy everything that you value, which is control. Well, don't you want to control people too? No, because if people live free, then there's no control. Who am I controlling at that point? Oh, I'm minding my business. Oh, hey, you look cute. You look nice. Oh, I like your outfit. I like you this. I like you that. Oh, that's nice. It looks good. Oh, what's that? I like that. That looks cute. That looks nice. Can I have? It wouldn't be a whole, yeah, bitch, you ain't on shit. Fuck you talking about? It wouldn't be none of that. Because it's like, for what? Why do I have to prove what I'm on? Like, I'm just a human being out here. Living, breathing, existing. I like apples from my apple tree in my backyard. I dance real good. I make people laugh. I sometimes tell inappropriate jokes. I like to climb trees. I like to rollerblade. I like doing new things all the time. So today it could be art, tomorrow it could be this. Well, you gotta work for that. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. No, how about we just make it all free so everybody could just figure out what the fuck they like to do? Because in other countries, everybody's doing what they like to do because they were raised in that manner. That's why other countries are more successful than us, more happy than us, more peaceful than us. People can leave their babies outside while they're in a restaurant. I don't see no baby carriages out here, and I'm in a food court. So just look at what's true. Everything I'm saying is the truth and can be proven with other countries, can be proven in other areas, that if you move in that order, things are different. In different parts of Africa where people are not worried about status, dude is like, you can fuck my wife. Why the fact you can get her pregnant while I'm gone at doing what we doing? I don't care. She got the best coochie in the whole village. Like, yeah, that's my wife. See for yourself. Go ahead, try her. Whereas here it's like, don't touch my girl. If you touch my land, I'll shoot your fucking head off. It's like everywhere is different, but that don't make one wrong, one right. But people who live like, yes, whatever, they don't be having the stress that the people who be trying to prove and carry, like, this is my shit over here. It's mine. They don't have the same stress. It's like, whatever. Fuck her. I'll take care of your kids if you get my wife pregnant. Shit. I mean, it's a whole actual culture like that. So I don't know. I just be looking at the truth and then comparing all the notes from the different places in the world. I don't just look at it from my eyes. I look at it like, how does this work over here? How does this work over here? How is this happening for them? So the one thing that everyone could agree on is if everything was this, then it would be that. Yeah. Because in Finland, they didn't make everything free. No. But they made sure that the minimum wage was at least $20-something 7 years ago. We're in the District of Columbia, Maryland area. It is the most expensive place to live in the U.S. outside of the Los Angeles area. Our minimum wage is only $15 an hour. Make it make sense. So don't tell me that I'm saying something that's crazy when It's statistics proving what I'm saying. It's paperwork. Since you need numbers, since you need facts, since you need the news, and you can't believe a person because it seems like they're too crazy, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. We live in a country that has the most expensive properties where a house is $1 million, but they only giving the people that work there $15 an hour. Then we stressed out because we can't pay our bills. So when we stressed out, we can't raise our frequency and manifest and be the best versions of ourselves. So we live at a disenfranchised mind frequency where we really believe that this is the only thing we can do and this is the only way we got to survive. We got to fucking take each other's energy and snatch each other's energy up and make a nigga feel like he weak because I make more minimum wage than you. That's what the world that we live in is constituting in the freaking capital. Meanwhile, other countries, oh, minimum wage, $20 here, free childcare. Don't even worry about it. And we're going to train your children to be exactly who they want to be. So it makes no sense. Everybody's just freely growing up, and everybody is who they want to be. You're not doing it for the ego. You're doing it for the passion, and it makes the vibration different. It makes the people happier when you do it from a passion. It's well, in America it's a journey and you gotta go through it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure these children who grew up in these other countries went through journeys, right? Where they grew up and they started painting and their parents embraced them painting. And they were just genuinely happy and they making $20 minimum wage 7 years ago. And their kids don't have to go to or the kids go to daycare, but it's free. They're the happiest country rated by the UN right now. And the minimum wage is $20, $22 actually, 7 years ago. But here we are 7 years later in America, in the nation's capital, making $15 an hour. But housing and prices are fucking high. You can't even get a 1 bedroom for less than $2,000 if you wanted to look decent with no roaches, no mice, no rats. Yeah, tell me I'm lying again. The truth hurts. Y'all see the title. Okay, I'm going to end it right there. Wisen up. We need to get our minds together. All this, I'm better than you. I got more status than you. I'm more spiritual than you. I got more land than you. Fuck all that shit. Erase the goddamn lines and blend this shit up and get this shit together. Get this shit together because we can't be having other countries doing better than us on an energetic frequency level. And we call ourselves the best country. We want to be America great again. Make America great again. That's why when someone raises their frequency, it's like you just mad because you detached from the world and you dead. No, my frequency don't match the frequency that is being projected into this reality over here. I'm not dead. Y'all are dead. Y'all are walking zombies. That's why years ago when I had that dream, there's going to be a zombie apocalypse. Y'all are walking zombies because y'all sitting here dead to yourselves, dead to y'all passions, not even realizing hold on. I do this for money. I don't even do this because I want to do this. So you've invested your soul and your heart and your blood, your sweat and your tears into stuff that don't even make you happy. And that's why when y'all look at these celebrities, they sold their soul to get rich. They didn't sell their soul to get rich. They just invested their energy in what made them happy. They decided to look outside of the lines. Tom Ford was like, fuck college, fuck high school. I'm dropping out. I'm going to design some clothes. He's the richest motherfucking person making fashion right now. One of them. They said, fuck the system. I'm going to do what I want to do. Every single person that has said, fuck the system and has dropped out and became an artist is richer and happier. So again, take it back to the drawing board and the facts are still proven. And the truth hurts. I'm sorry. I was born to tell the truth. I've been telling the truth since I was a kid. I told every single dude that ever cheated on the truth and how it happened. I can't lie to nobody. I can't do something behind your back and not tell you to your face. I can't talk about you behind your back and not talk about you to your face. I can't do it. I can't. It's not a bone in my body that would let me be like that. So I'm sorry that I came here to change and shake up y'all's tables. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Your frequency is off, so I'm trying to protect myself, and you separate just now. I was just trying to connect with you, and you just blocked me out. But you thinking about, oh, I'm the person. I look at somebody, and I could feel when their energy's trying to push me off, and it's like you pushing me away, but the whole time, connectivity and community. I be looking for it, but people are like, no, because what you talking about is going to diminish me being able to laugh with my Starbucks in front of somebody and make them feel like shit, and I get their energy. Anyway, I'm done now. Bye, y'all. The truth hurts. And I said it first. Yeah. Peace.